Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast, Season 2, Episode 113. I need to apologise for something for my sign-off in the last episode, because I got the numbers wrong. This is the problem when you have over 100 episodes. So, yes, I apologise for that. But in the last episode, as you will know if you watched that episode, hopefully you did, because otherwise some of this stuff might not make sense I'm going to talk about in this episode. Let's go and check that out. So, yes, in this episode we're continuing looking at the 60th anniversary news announcement revealed in issue 597 of Doctor Who magazine. So we're starting off this episode with letters from the showrunner, which of course is written by Rusty Davis. On the eve of Doctor Who's latest wonderful evolution hitting our screens, showrunner Rusty Davis is here to talk about change. Come here, gather round, all of us, come on. Yes, you too, that's what it is. Yes, I know. This issue of Doctor Who magazine is designed to welcome new viewers. Good. Pull up a chair, hello, but this time, more than ever, let us stand the old God. Whether you've been here since the Cave of Skulls, so that was the unearthly child, or Rose Tyler going down to the basement with the lottery money, some Rose, or Peter Capaldi punching Eric Diamond, War for Eternity, that's 100%. We've seen a lot, and now here it comes again, change. Let's sit and consider, faithful viewers. I usually write these letters at home. Today I'm in my office at Bad Wolf on my desk. The script for 2025 contains the words radiation, off and skiffle. Down the corridor, rehearsals with Shooty and special guest star for our 13th episode. So I assume, what's that? 2025 season episode 4 maybe? Below me, the 6 studios hum. We are building a hotel and a chamber and a hospital, but up here I'll close the door. And let us pause. Look at Doctor Who. This show is nuts. It's going through the most seismic, tectonic plate shifting changes while we cling on for dear life. When I lived in Los Angeles, we've been told to keep a wee bin stacked full of tin food in case of earthquakes. Now, dear reader, might be the time to buy Pritchard and beans, but this year could be different because it has an added component more than ever before. Now we have the raging voices of online. We have culture wars. I wonder what that would have been like in times gone past. The first great seismic shift in Doctor Who was 1966, when the lead character, some thought, and what he did he changed into a different actor for good. Can you imagine that happened unannounced now in 1966? Seems to be comparatively little record of the reaction. Did we question less then? We've just watched that. Russell's referencing the first Doctor regenerating into the second Doctor, William Hartnell regenerating into Patrick Troughton. I've got clearer memories of Seismic Shift 2, 1970, the move into colour. Though that didn't mean much. We didn't buy colour TVs overnight. I was still watching black and white till Planet of the Daleks. But crucially, in 1970, halved the number of episodes. Acts brutal. But again, we didn't really have the terminology for TV processes. I didn't use words like seasons back then. I just said, it's on less than it used to be. And again, we just accepted changes with a shrug. Things happened, and we've simply kept on watching. We might complain about today's online world, but aren't we wiser now, less passive, more engaged? The biggest change in Shift 2 was the fact that Doctor was trapped on Earth. In some episodes, our hero drove through London in his silver hovercraft, which could fly. My God, this programme can change by in those cheesecloth fled DB bobbing 1970s. We didn't need the internet to see the bubble. I had my neighbour Sally Kerry. We're going Kerry. Still friends now. It's not as good as it used to be, he would mutter. In the old days, the Doctor could travel in space and time, and bear in mind we had no archives, no books, no history of Doctor Who, absolutely none whatsoever. Seriously, imagine it. No references other than memories, so Perry would tell tales of the faraway Zarbi as if they were ancient myths, and his opinion became the received wisdom of our Swansea Street, though secretly I rebelled, loving every single second of Joe and the Brigadier and monsters in nuclear power stations. Seismic Shift 3 was more of a shift in my own life, moving to comprehensive school just as John Pertwee became Tom Baker. Those events felt profoundly entwined, and that, I think, is when I became a fan. At 11 years old, I made the decision to keep watching while other boys turned to girls in football and cider. I spent the next 10 years thinking those boys had more fun than me, until realising the fun that I was having was mine and different and wonderful, and then, no, don't eat the placards yet. Stop it. Sigh, where was I? The seismic shifts lurched onwards. Peter Davidson's episode moved to weeknights. This was looking to those of us watching on BBC Wales. We'd often have episodes shifted to Sundays and Mondays so that Welsh language programmes could have a Saturday night slot. Colin Baker's episodes became 45 minutes long, a fine innovation, and then we had a hiatus, and fans were waking up and mobilising. Campaigns, protests, a charity single. Yes, a charity single, except sales were so poor, not a penny went to charity wrestling, but the shifts went on, including the biggest shift of all, cancellation in 1989. And then stand by. Seismic Shift Extraordinaire. Doctor Who returned in 1996 as a movie set in America, and we discover that the Doctor's mother is human. He's only half Gallifreyan. Gosh, I thought about that a lot. We saw shocks as fans, we cope, we strategise, we satirize. We write our own personal canon, and some things exist in a perpetual state of mystery. 1963, the Doctor has a granddaughter called Susan. Okay, 1983, the fifth Doctor meets Susan and says hello, and doesn't even hug her, and says, how are you? Why? And then in 1996, Doctor's amazed to discover that the Doctor's mother is human. What? The Master, his old friends? I didn't know. And what do the viewers do? We go and visit, we go and we absorb or ignore or laugh with joy. And most of all, we look forward to the next episode. You probably know the latest seismic shifts. The return in 2005, Stephen Moffat's astonishing, brilliant, glittering Doctors from 2010 onwards, with the Master becoming missing. When he's thinking it's seismic shuffle, the 8th Doctor, who disappeared off screen in 1996, finally got to generate in 2013, but only on the BBC Red Button. And then Jodie Whittaker fell through the roof of a Sheffield-bound train with an impact so great it bumped the entire show on Sunday night. And then she stood up in the wreckage and smiled a smile so great, so bright even, it changed the Time Lord and television drama and the whole bloody culture for good and for better. It really is the most fascinating show because it changes, and yes, it says so. Doctor Who is all about change, says the fans, but I sit here planning the next story in which police box lads and the Doctor steps out and falls an invasion of Earth, thinking to myself, but is it? But I know what you mean. The feel of the show changes, the essence. Joe and the Doctor and that silver car are a different world. Different style, almost different genre to Clara facing the Raven in Series 9's And now in 2023, that high wire tension of approaching change is in the air. The Doctor mysteriously has a face he's had before, and by the time December rolls around, he'll have yet another face. In a show that now drops worldwide on a vast streaming platform, that's Disney Plus outside the UK, new and old at the same time, and it still stays cradle its Saturday night home of the good old BBC. But as I say, voices are louder this year, shouting of rage and horror, sometimes circle around Doctor Who, and often, but it's not about Doctor Who itself, it's expressing anger and fear about life, about love and about self, and I get that. These discussions are us growing up in the old days. We sit in our bedroom and work out the world all on our own. We could only sing along to pop songs to express our lovely, lonely hearts. Hearts, where was up to? There we are. Now I've lost my space a minute. Now we type it out, and that's always going to come soon. Because expressing yourself isn't easy. Even birthday cards are hard work. Trying to say what you think about life, and love, and sex, and telly in the form of words typed on a page and read by strangers. Oh, nightmare. No wonder it goes wrong. But now, I think there is only one way to make the change to come, with joy. I'm not asking for good reviews, I've got myself for that. I think these episodes are fabulous. But if you don't like something, don't exhaust yourself, just smile and be happy that some people are happy. And just be glad that some people are happy. And wait for the next seismic shift to come, because this programme has trained us. We've embraced flying cars, the red button, and the Watcher, and the Garm, and the... And hey, maybe granddaughter is Gala favourite friend? No, I don't think so. Judy can delight in anything, and right now the TARDIS is heading for Skaro, and the wounded spaceship is heading for London, and Sean is taking an extra shift in his taxi because he's short of money. And Sylvia is delivering curry, and Donna Noble's daughter needs to go shopping for eyes. As these things converge, hold on tight, clutch those tin of beads because the next earthquake is running away on the horizon. Here we go again. That was the letter from the showrunner. Next up is the production diary, which is written by Scott Hancock. Doctor Who script editor Scott Hancock. Did I say Matt Hancock? No, that's the former health minister in the UK. I meant Scott Hancock. Doctor Who script editor Scott Hancock reveals how, as the 60th anniversary approaches, the production team are getting busier and busier. Monday, the 16th of September, production continues on the main series as Millie Gibson returns for a night shoot. Meanwhile, Tales of the TARDIS starts a week of pre-production. Tuesday, 17th of September, the week's first tone meeting gathers the Block 2 team together to discuss their second episode. Wednesday, the 18th of September, second tone meeting of the week as the team gathers to discuss all 6 episodes of Tales of the TARDIS, covering everything from costume, props, lighting, and reintroducing 12 leads to the universe. Friday the 22nd of September, ahead of next week's shoot, Tales of the TARDIS heads of department gather for a final set race and production meeting. Colin Baker arrives at Wolf Studios after dark for costume fitting before continuing on to Swansea for a Doctor Who convention. Saturday 23rd of September, just before Strictly Come Dancing, BBC One debuts a new 2-minute trailer for the 14th Doctor specials. Monday the 25th of September, the BBC One team release a special studio space. The director interviews begin for Block 3, and on stage 1, the first day of Tales of the TARDIS welcomes Fraser Hines and Wendy Padbury back to Doctor Who on screen together for the first time in 40 years. Tuesday the 26th of September, with the first day of filming just under a month away, Block 1 enjoys its second tone meeting post-production meet with the assistant editors to discuss the upcoming season. Meanwhile, day 2 of Tales of the TARDIS sees the return of Peter Davison and Giles Fielding. Wednesday the 27th of September, following yesterday's tone meeting, the Block 1 team reconvened to discuss costume, casting, releases and view a prop show and tell where decisions are made exactly which props will be featured in the final episode. Executive producers and key heads of department meet for their first Block 3 methodology meeting, digging to break down how best to realise a script unlike any other. And for the first time since 1996, Colin Baker and Nicola Bryant reunite on screen for the third day of Tales of the TARDIS. Thursday the 28th of September, the day for Block 2 prosthetics today, as creature auditions are held in the morning, followed by a creature show and tell later in the mean. Elsewhere, Tales of the TARDIS continues the pace with the return of Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldred, who then attend Doctor Who at 60, a musical celebration at Hoddinot Hall. Perfect cover story. Friday the 29th of September, our penultimate day of Tales of the TARDIS brings Maureen O'Brien and Peter Purves back together on screen for the first time since November 1965. Saturday the 30th of September, after a week of filming, Tales of the TARDIS wraps with Katie Manning and Daniel Anthony. Monday the 2nd of October, as edits begin on Tales of the TARDIS and the first edit is locked. For the picture grade, the Block 1 and 2 directors conduct some informal location reads. Tuesday the 3rd of October, Shooter Gatwick returns Tuesday the 3rd of October, Shooter Gatwick returns to the streets of Cardiff for a shoot with the Snowman. Thursday the 5th of October, Shooty meets with the costume and hair and makeup departments to work through their looks for its second season. And Doctor Who Unleashed meets with the production team to discuss content. Monday the 9th and Tuesday the 10th of October. 2 weeks before filming commences on the second season, the crew embark on 2 days of technical races in and around Cardiff. Friday the 13th of October, and following this week's races, the Block 1 crew convene for their final production meeting, running through the schedule to confirm the shoot plan day by day, 10 days to go. And that was the production diary written by Scott Hancock. So yes, that's actually where I'm going to end this episode, because for the next bit you'll have to stay tuned to the next episode where I'll be covering the next lot of Doctor Who 6th anniversary announcements featured in Doctor Who magazine issue 597. But before I go, let me know what you thought of the letter from the showrunner written by Rusty Davis and the production diary written by Scott Hancock. But remember to like, comment and subscribe. Let's get this episode number right this time. This episode was the Everything Podcast Season 2 episode 113. Goodbye.